in all your hat. There we go. There we go.
Hi, I'm Brian Knock from Sveyu and the Dead Pedals. The song All Over You is written by my brother and I, and then we asked Matt Paulson from the Dead Pedals to help with the vocals. And so that's his voice on the recording. The guitar part has several parts to it that we're going to go step by step. However, in a disclaimer, we're not going to discuss tabs or this fret and this string and this tab. And we're going to talk about notes, and we're going to talk about chords, and we're going to talk about theory. So if you live by tabs, you might want to learn to read music. Okay? Alright, for the rhythm section of this guitar part, it's an E. It's actually an E major sus2 because of the F sharp right here that you have to bridge. And of course, incorporating your pinky and your ring finger are the most important parts of this entire hand position because they never move. The middle finger I use for muting other strings in case I touch them, which at this point isn't the case, but if you do have problems with arpeggios or picking alternate strings, then your middle finger can come in handy by muting these strings here. Okay. Now, I will say that this hand position is at times difficult to keep because your hand will cramp up. I keep my thumb way behind the neck instead as opposed to up here like this to make it more comfortable. If you have larger hands than I do, because my hands are pretty small. Contrary to popular belief, Matt and Paul are wrong about hand size. Okay, so this rhythm part during the verse has a E major sus2, like I said, and then it has a step down, a walk down of notes from E to D, C, and B, and then back to E again. So those are the only notes that really change. Now the alternate picking is another thing, and the most important notes in this part are the E and the B. So the pinky and the ring finger, they stand out. So if you miss those, then it just doesn't sound right. The rest of the alternate picking, not so important. I play it a particular way, you can play it a particular way, but you can't let go of this bridge or you'll just ruin the whole thing. So I'm going to run through it slowly, and then we'll go up to tempo. So now up to speed. And it does this over and over and over again until the two measures before the chorus, it's the same progression, except instead of alternate picking and going through all that, it's strumming with a distortion sound. And I put that little slide in there just before the verse so that I have time to hit the open E string and go up to an E5 chord. Okay, so let's talk about the chorus after you've gotten done doing the last two step downs of that, and do the slide if you choose to do the slide. Then hit the open E so you have time to move up to the E5. Now the chord progression for the chorus is E5, A, and there's that hand position again, down to C, B, and then a little step down of the G, F sharp to E with the open E again, so you have time to slide back up and hit the E5 again. So, and then E the second time, A, C, and then it jumps up to a D on a 2-strike. So all together, we'll start from here on the last 2 bars of the verse going into the chorus. What you'll notice is after I hit the A, my middle finger goes up here to mute these strings, and it does that throughout here because I don't want to hit the E with the C or hit the E with the B. So that's how you play that part. Now we'll talk about the 2 guitar solos that are in the song. The first one, the shorter one that leads into the second verse, starts with an E, a slide up to an E on the 12th fret, then goes full bend up to A from the G. And then there's a scale. So in that scale is just an E major scale, but there is a bend on the A, on the G string, and a little trill down to the E. So all together. Now I will say this. I never play these guitar solos the same way twice. A lot of guitar players and guitar players who learn other people's parts make it a point to learn it exactly the same way as it is on the recording. I don't care about that because individuality tastes are important, and if you want to put your own spin into these, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You don't have to play it exactly the same way that I do on the recording, because I don't. Okay, the second guitar solo starts out much like the first one, on the E string, 12th fret. However, it bends up to an F sharp on the first note. So instead of, it goes, and then it does its little skip up to the G with the bend up to the A. So you're going to grab these 2 strings, the G string and the B string, and play them together after the bend. And do that little da-da-da. And it has this little, and then a step down again. One finger sliding down after the initial. And then it goes into a scale. It's a really weird E scale. Play that again. And then after that little scale part, it goes. So a little bit of pull off. And the same thing is down here. beginning to that point. Okay, so after that, which this little part here at the end of that line, which is now going to jump into the as far as the rhythm section goes, it's going to go back into the chorus part. And the guitar solo is going to change to double time. So after this cue, I'm going to slide up and play this little riff. Over and over and over again. And then you're going to jump up to the G and play basically a G major scale. So it does this little riff, and then it goes up to a G major, and then down, and then back up again, and then down, and ending on this note again with the bend on it. So that scale again, right after that part, comes in, and then there's a rapid succession up the with that bend of that A again at the end of that line. Now with regards to this, that part, on the recording I play it one way. When I play it live, I play variations of it. Or sometimes I play it. It's up to you how you want to play that. But at the end there's that slight bend of the A. And then that leads back into the verse part down here with the clean sound. Okay.